Welcome to your Getting Started Right video. There's going to be a lot of important information in this 10-minute video, so make sure that you pay attention, you watch it all, and you take notes. When I get a new personally sponsored coach on the phone, the first thing I always ask them is, take fear out of the equation. What do you expect to get out of coaching? What type of coach do you want to be? And you need to ask yourself that, but before you answer that, realize there is no wrong answer. You can be a coach for a variety of different reasons. Some people join just to be a discount coach, just to get their Shakeology at 25% off. Some people join to maybe get their Shakeology free. Having 3 other people take Shakeology basically pays for yours and you get it free. Some people want additional supplemental income. Maybe that's to set aside some money for their kids' college fund, set aside money for extra vacations. And some people want to, in fact, most of our coaches want to pursue a full-time career like I have done. And there is no wrong answer. Now, while there is no wrong answer to the question, what type of coach do you want to be, keep in mind that your level of success is going to be directly proportional to the amount of work that you put in. Now, what's that mean? Obviously, we have so many people signing up to coach, and a lot of people have different goals. Some people just want to be discount coaches. Some people want to make this a full-time career, and we have everything in between. So if your goal when you signed up to be a coach is just to get a discount, 25% off products, then great. You really don't have to do anything other than pay your monthly fee. If you want to get your Shakeology free by having 3 of your friends or family members also buy Shakeology, and that's great, I haven't paid for my Shakeology in years, then you're going to have to invite some of your friends and family to the challenge group, let them know what success you've had with Shakeology, and help them. And then they're going to naturally buy the products, and you're eventually going to get your Shakeology for free, and that's fantastic. If you're wanting to build some supplemental income, whether it's to put money away for your kids' college or to take more vacations every year, obviously you're going to have to invite more people, more friends and family, and maybe even find some cold market, meaning people that you don't know. And if you want to turn this into a full-time career like I have, obviously you're going to have to put even more time in, treat it like the 6-figure business it is, and reach out and find people you don't know. And I always like to use the example of Starbucks or Walmart or bigger corporations. They would not be where they are today had they only reached out to friends and family. And you have to view your business like that if you want to make it a 6-figure business. Your business will not grow into a 6-figure business if you only reach out to your friends and family. So you have to develop your cold market, and we're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to help you how to do that as we progress through the training. We're going to teach you how to not only find people you don't know, but also have those people find you. And once you do that, once you start finding people you don't know, inviting them to the challenge group, the more people you invite, the more your business grows, the more successful you become, the more people you help. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, let me just go ahead and take a minute and tell you guys my story and how I became a full-time coach. When I first got into this business, I honestly became a coach just to get my Shakeology cheaper and to maybe help a few people. Being a full-time coach was really something I did not think was possible. And doing the right things, starting my coaching career, and doing the right things, meaning just helping people with the expectation of nothing in return. Remember, I didn't think coaching full-time was a possibility. I thought that was something for really lucky people. But I had a few people who were wanting my help because I had been losing weight with P90X, so I just started helping them. If they bought products, great. If not, that was fine too. It took me 6 months as a coach to sell my first product. And that was P90X to my mom. So it doesn't even really count. So the first thing I would tell you guys as you become new coaches is you have to have incredibly tough skin. Have really tough skin and realize that most of the people you approach about this may say no in the beginning. And it's not because they don't like you or they don't believe in what you're selling. It may just not be their time to get started. You are going to find that the longer you coach, people that you approached 6 months ago, a year ago, even 2 years ago, will come to you and say, hey, remember when you contacted me a year ago and asked me? I just wasn't ready to get started. Things weren't right in my life, but now I'm ready. Whether it's, that probably they just had an aha moment. You guys have heard all that, but they probably had an aha moment. Something woke them up and they thought, life's too short. I'm getting more and more unhealthy, and I've got to do something to change that so that I can give my friends and family more time. And I remember so-and-so came to me and has had great success. I want that kind of success. And they come to you and ask for your help. But as you start out as a new coach, you have not planted a lot of seeds. So you haven't had time for those seeds to grow. So you have to have incredibly tough skin and just be focused on helping people. Have horse blinders on. Don't worry about everything else that's going on. Focus on helping people. Focus on the few people that want to run with you, and don't try to drag people across the finish line, because it's too much work to try to drag people, but it's easy to run with those people that are willing to run. So focus on that. Have incredibly tough skin. That's what I did when I got started. Quitting coaching was never a thought in my mind. In those first 6 months when I became a coach and I didn't sell a single product, quitting never even entered my mind. And you know why? It was because I was not worried about the money. All I cared about was helping people. And I had a few people that were willing to listen, and I was helping them. The money did not matter. And the people I see who quit coaching after a month or two are the people that are more focused on money than the people who are focused on the right things for the right reasons, which is helping people get results. So don't be that person. Don't be that person that quits within a month or two. Be the person that does not care about money, that is in it to help people get results, and your business is going to succeed. So when I started out coaching, that was never a goal. Being a full-time coach was never a goal because I didn't think it was something that was possible. After the first 6 months of planting seeds and telling people what I was doing and helping people, month 6 through 12, I made just over $5,000. So zero the first 6 months, $5,000 the second. Now, $5,000 the second, that was almost $1,000 a month I started making. And that excited me. I thought, wow, this is actually money I can use. This is some supplemental income. Now I'm not paying for my Beachbody fees. I'm not paying for Shakeology or my supplements or my programs. And I have a little bit of extra money to do what I want, which was cool. That second year, so my first year I made just over $5,000. Second year I made $24,000 in this business. Now that is legitimately more money than so I had my full-time career as an insurance adjuster, which I made, about $55,000. And then I added another $24,000, almost half of my salary from Beachbody. That was a big jump in my financial situation. And that's what I want for you guys. It was at that point I was asked to speak at a Beachbody event and tell my success as far as my transformation story goes, but I was also starting to get known locally as building a team and being a successful coach as I had advanced to diamond rank at that point. So I got up and I told my story, and it was at that point that I realized Beachbody had basically paid for my mortgage the last 3 months. It was then and only then that I thought, this is something I can turn into a full-time career if I want, I think. And so after I gave that speech at that Beachbody event, my wife and I got in the car, we headed home, and I turned to her and I said, you know what? I'm going to go with this. This is the only thing I've ever found that I love to do. My full-time career is great, but I hate Mondays, and I can't wait for Fridays. And this is the only thing I've ever found in my life that I love to do every single day. And I felt a sense of urgency about that. Like I didn't know if that would ever come again. So it was really important to me to go at it. And my wife, bless her heart, patted me on the shoulder and said, okay, honey. And, I'm sure she didn't believe that I was really going to turn this into a full-time career, but I knew I was. So when the kids went to bed, 8 o'clock at night till about 10 o'clock, sometimes midnight, sometimes 2 in the morning, I was working Beachbody. I was so focused on what I wanted and so focused on my goals. And I knew, I wrote down a goal to make this a full-time career in 5 years, and it took me 3. In 3 years, I was making more than I was in my Beachbody career, or in my full-time career as an insurance adjuster. And I got to sit down with my boss and tell him to kiss it, basically. Best day, one of the best days of my life. It was incredible. And now I get to do whatever I want to do. I get to make my own schedule. I get to be with my kids and be with my family. I get to take vacations. That's what I want for all of you guys. And it takes such little sacrifice. If it's what you want, it takes such little sacrifice. After the kids go to bed, devote a couple hours a night, find that cold market, help people, and you will be amazed at what this opportunity can create for you and your family.